Look, of course, Prince Harry is in the UK and he reportedly came up with a list of demands for his trip. They include full security for him and his family, press control that would be coordinated by Buckingham Palace. I mean, it sounds like a bit of a joke, Kinsey.
Well, I will be honest with you. I'm not sure how much I trust this source. I mean, Harry does have protection as long as he works with Ravik and gives them 28 days notice and gives them his itinerary. He is protected by the government when he arrives. He is on this trip. So 9 out of 10 times he gets exactly the type of security he needs. But you're right. The list is ridiculous. Once Meghan treated as an HRH, that's the most realistic on the list where you can go, I can see these two having the audacity to say that people need to bow and curtsy to Prince Harry's wife. And then it was that he wanted the Buckingham Palace to help control the press narrative when he does, if he were to meet with King Charles. And
Mm.
I don't see that happening here either, because with this particular visit, he's handpicked Sussex-friendly media that he will allow to have access to him.
Now, Buckingham Palace has announced the funeral of Catherine, Duchess of Kent, will be held at Westminster Cathedral on September 16. Now, the Duchess of Kent died on Thursday, aged 92, prompting an outpouring of tributes to the late royal. And the funeral details, well, the funeral will be held just days after Prince Harry's visit to London, raising questions whether he'll extend the trip during his trip in the United Kingdom. What do you make of this? Can you see him doing that?
I can't really. I think what they'll do is they will send flowers or something similar, but I just don't see Prince Harry extending his trip. He wouldn't be welcomed with open arms. I can tell you that much. The Duke and Duchess of Kent were very sweet and loving people, but it's his brother that he'd have to worry about. It would be similar to when their uncle passed away and they didn't speak to each other. And I don't think Prince Harry wants round two.
Now, let's talk about Princess Catherine. Kate Middleton, well, she may have already ditched her new look in favour, rather, of something more traditional. Now, of course, she turned heads last month when she was seen with blonder locks, but in new photos at the of the Royal, at the Women's Rugby World Cup on Saturday, her hair was notably darker. So, Kinsey, talk to us about this. She's already made the switch back.
Well, perhaps her stylist put a darker toner. I feel like this is girl talk. Only you're going to get this one. Perhaps her stylist put a darker toner in her hair,
Yeah.
because I do still see some beautiful sunny highlights with different angles and different pictures. So I
Mm.
think the highlights still exist, but perhaps it's just like a washout toner that has darkened it a little bit. Like from behind, from the side, you can still see there's some blonde in there. But you know what? Sometimes it's thrilling to go into the salon and say, let's do something different. I think she looks gorgeous no matter what. I'm going to
Always.
cheer her on. Even with purple hair, I'd say, let's go, girlfriend. Let's throw a party. I think
We'll
she's
see.
amazing.
I'm not sure if I'm with you on purple hair, but she does always look amazing. But talking about her receiving so many cheers, look at this amazing moment where she receives cheers from Australian rugby players. I mean, look at that reaction. They are going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Catherine's always had a strong connection to athletics. Growing up, she was known for being active and sporty. She played hockey, tennis, ran cross country. Field hockey was a favorite of hers. I couldn't believe that. I had to look up. I found pictures. She even joined her college's first team. Today, sports are tied to her advocacy very much so. She often highlights the connection between physical activity, mental health, and overall well-being. So when she's excited about you, she means it. And it's so nice to see that they were just as excited about her.
Finally, let's get to some entertainment news. Kristen Cabot, the woman who was involved in the Kiss Cam drama with former astronomer CEO Andy Byron during a Coldplay concert, has filed for divorce. Of course, this was the moment that broke the internet.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on, you're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Doesn't matter how many times you watch that, it doesn't get less awkward. It's so uncomfortable to watch. But Kinsey, what's the latest here?
Yeah, I mean, stories like this are a stark reminder that choices don't come without consequences. They both lost their jobs. These two have dragged their partners through public humiliation. And at the end of the day, I think that we just have to hope that their children are mentally, being taken care of. But Chris Martin, I'd love to take you to a bar. Your dar, like what your, I guess, what am I trying to say? Whatever, he's got some sixth sense that I'm really impressed with when it comes to cheaters. And I wish I had it.
But think about it. If he does this, at every concert, the amount of concerts he's held right around the world, I'm sure he's never seen a reaction quite like that. But he was spot on. They're having an affair and they're caught for it. Kinsey Schofield, host of Kinsey Schofield Unfiltered, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.